Is now a good time to sell your silver? Now, I'm not talking about people who don't want to sell. Hopefully, you're in it long term, and this is at the end where you're done doing this and you're about ready to get out or whatever, and you're wanting to sell. Because if you do short term, you're going to lose. And the reason for that is pullback. And that's also another reason why you might not want to sell now, too. But we're going to explore that. We're going to talk about something that I notice in my lifetime. I'm 53 years old. I'll be 54 in September. And when you look at the 100-year historical chart over here on macrotrends.net, you can see that in my lifetime, silver has only exceeded $30 an ounce 3 times. Okay, 1980, 2011, and now. 3 times. That's it. So each time silver goes to that amount, it's not a bad time to sell. It's actually one of the better times to sell that you're ever going to find. Because, I mean, if this only 3 times in my lifetime and before that never, then we're seeing a trend where you buy it when it's really low. Like that's cliche, but you hear that. But if you would have not bought here, let's say, not saying you shouldn't, but long term, but if you were still buying, but you also still bought when it was down to here and didn't get frustrated and sell out or hold on to it, then you would wait for the next $30 trend. Okay. Now, overall, each time it happens, it tends to keep silver up at a certain level. It seems like that's what's happened here. You got inflation, you've got different factors, industrial use and things like that that affect it. So all those things are going to cause silver to increase. Social media is another thing. People buying paper and it's being manipulated. It's a smaller market. But that's something to be noted. It's at 30 plus right now, but it was at 32. Now it's only at $30.40. So there's the pullback. The problem with the pullback is dealers know that that's going to happen. People are going to profit from their paper. They're going to profit from some of their investing in it, and they can profit short term really fast. So it's going to drop it a little bit. People are going to cash in. So the thing is dealers know that, and when dealers know that, they're not going to pay you the highest amount they can. And in other words, I can't say they'll pay you melt. I can't say they'll pay less than melt. I'm not sure. I haven't checked all the dealers, but I do know that it's not going for much over melt from dealer to dealer. And I know that some have gone under melt. I mean, just think, last week at $32 an ounce, if I was paying melt, which I was, now I've got over melt in all the silver that I purchased last week. Well, I can hedge it, or let's say cost average it against what I had before that when I bought it when it was lower, and that helps me out a little bit. But over time, if this continues to go up to 32 and back and up to 32 and back, I'm going to be in it too deep, or at least in it more than what I want to be. This can happen. It just depends on how long this trend's going to last. Now, that's not a complaint. I'll survive. What I'm trying to explain to you is that all dealers know this. So it's not, that's the only reason it wouldn't be a good time to sell, is because might not get the full melt. Okay. That's one thing you got to think about. But still, yeah, if you pay $25 an ounce for your silver, okay, and you can sell it for $30.42, that's a good thing. You can profit. So it'd be a good time to sell if you're interested in selling. So I wanted to talk about that. I want to talk about the pullback and how many times silver in my lifetime, or at least in history, has been over $30 an ounce. And that's something to be said for that. It may go back down below 30. And then when's the next time is it going to go back up? Well, you prepare for that, because we're talking here 80 to 11 was a long time, but from 11 to now is not that long of a time. We're talking less than 20 years. So therefore, maybe in another 20 years, if this drops back down, it'll do it again. Maybe it'll be a shorter time span. Maybe it'll be 5 years, 6 years. Maybe it won't ever go back down below 30. Who knows? But the point of it is that if you are wanting to sell and you're ready to cash out now, maybe retire, maybe get out of the stacking mode, and you've done it for 30 years or whatever, now is a good time. But you want to time it when the dealers are paying the most. So there's my opinion. It's just my opinion. There's my take on it, just based off some experience. Thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, and comment, and have a great day.